Check 1, 2. We are now live and ready to start trading. We are seeing unprecedented volume coming through on the open, shifting our short-term outlook.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's Coach Becky here, and we're going to see what we can see on the markets today. I know Mike usually streams on Thursdays, so I know, guys, I'm so sorry. He had a storm, and so I guess he doesn't have any, like, his infrastructure is not working to have reliable access today. So he is out today. I'm sorry about that. Kind of unforeseen conditions of these summer storms that happen where he lives. And so we're going to see what's up. Hey, guys. I know. I feel that totally. I love Mike too. And, I'm still got a frog in my voice. It's 6:30 in the morning where I live, or 6:24. But what up, everyone? Good morning. Let's see what's up. You guys throw me some questions. We're going to run through the market, see what we can see what kind of trades we can find, and we'll go from there. So let's look at NQ. Obviously, that's kind of our jam for most of the days. This was yesterday, right? We opened and it had a nice hard fall for 45 minutes straight. And then it did find some support and then kind of went inside all day to yesterday. Larger time frames. This chart's kind of busy because I've got all my levels on it, but we had that big run up 2 weeks ago, consolidation, poke above, and then now we're kind of back towards the lower end of this consolidation. So it's a very interesting place to be. This was kind of a key level I was looking at to see if it would hold this kind of maroon level in here. And it kind of tried to hold yesterday and was broken with some aggression overnight. There's quite a bit of bears overnight here. So now we're in a very interesting location of a fair value gap right here. From the bottom of this wick here, which was a pretty strong buying wick, right? This broke the high from this pivot point. Well, we're back down there now. Let's actually put a level on that over here and see what we can see. It looks like it was kissed it beautifully overnight. So larger time frame is bearish, right? There was a fall, there was a pause day yesterday. Overnight has some bearish aggression. So that gives us some short vibes. Now we are overnight also pushed a little higher and then had some bearish energy. Right now it's dancing. There was some wick. It kissed that level honestly perfectly on the daily level where that wick was we just saw from 2 weeks ago. So we got to see what happens now. So we push back up. Good morning, you guys. Mike had some technical difficulties. There's a big storm where he lives and it knocked out his system. And so he's unable to be with us today. So I'm going to be here. We're going to hang, see what we can see. We're going to run through the NASDAQ and see what we can find. RIS now will probably go a little higher before it drops again. Yeah, I'm looking at that as well. London did take all that fun ace. What the heck? Be nice to us. That's been happening more lately. There's been some killer moves during the night. Like I don't know if you catch any of those ace because you're not in our time zone, but we'll see. We'll see what we can see because this is the hourly chart. This was a strong buying wick off of that level where it held before. So it does appear to be that the momentum down from London session is slowing up here, and we're in the side of a little bounce. But where are we bouncing at? So that's the next question, right? We're bouncing to yesterday's low of day is right where we just kissed was the low of day yesterday where the buyers held. And so this is a break below yesterday's range and the low and a retest right now. So we could come higher, or this whole region in here could be a rejection zone because the daily and the 4-hour are bearish. The hourly shows a potential morning star. So I'm going to be a little cautious at open here. All right. So good morning, Boise. These purple lines are my value area, you guys, to see if we want to come back inside the primary range that we traded in yesterday or stay outside of it. And value is shifting to the downside, which is in line with the larger time frames, that daily and 4-hour. So let's see what we can do with the push up today at open is what I am curious about. Because this was a nice kind of push up on the 5-minute here. Now super small time frame, semi-execution 5 time frame. So it's pushing up, did a little retracement here. So it could come higher into this whole area, but it did reject very nicely 20 minutes ago off of yesterday's low of day. So I'm curious if we will break that this morning, in which case we want to see if it could go higher and potentially reject off of this value area low from yesterday. Or if we're just going to reject here and go lower. So my eyes are a little bit bearish, to be honest, and see how much lower we might be able to go this morning. I'm still kind of Getting organized. I wasn't, obviously Mike didn't know he had a storm until he had a storm overnight. And so this is kind of a quick flip on us this morning. But we got this. We got this. It's going to be a great day. See what day it is, the 20th. Just finishing getting a little bit organized here. Nick, you're funny. All right, so let's see. The market's going to open here in a minute. Let's look at ES though really quick just to compare. Sometimes they move together. I've got some traders in here that do both, including myself. So ES on the larger time frame, right? They did break their highs 2 weeks ago, but they are also in a similar pattern, right? Consolidation, break above, break below. Yesterday was a consolidation moment, and then overnight broke below as well. So they are bearish on the larger time frames as well, but also had some good moves overnight. And so we need to give them a little bit of time to digest the news overnight and see what opportunity we can get. But ES is in a similar pattern, which is important to note. Because when they're in sync, it gives more validation to the trade that we could potentially find. So we'll see what happens here. Market is opening. We are in this pull down here on the hourly, and now we're getting a little bit of a movement. So let's see what this opening bell looks like. Okay, so we're getting that push up at open, which makes so much sense. Now we get to see, will this low of day reject, or will we come a little bit higher before we reject? But I'm still kind of got bare eyes based on the overnight momentum. However, this is a key level on that daily chart of that wick. And so I'm not trying to devalue the fact that this was a key area that the buyers might want to defend. And so there could be some buyers down here from 2 weeks ago where we tagged off that as well. So let's see what we can see here at open. I like this initial kind of momentum up. I want to see where it kind of rolls over here towards the end of this 5-minute candle. I like to see if it can stay as an engulfing and a strong candle, or if it wants to roll over. But I want to give it time to move here initially, because I think the buy, while is happening right now, I think it could be short-lived because the greater direction I feel like is down. But it could come all the way up to this value area low, to be honest. There's a good buying energy here at open. So this value area low from yesterday is at like 480. And then here there was some attempt to hold at it overnight. And so this might hold here as well. Anywhere in this little area. It's kind of a consolidation. Actually, I think I want to draw as a little consolidation here. Or potentially, that's too dark, too dark. So if we can get up there and show potential rejection, this whole area is very interesting to me as a potential short opportunity. Right now we are pushing up into it, and so let's test it. That's what I say. How is everyone? Good morning. I know we're changing it up on you guys. I know everyone loves Mike. He's such a boss. Like, it's such a pleasure to work for him and with him and learn from him. And so I totally love that. I'm so grateful for what he offers. It's great. He had a storm. So where he lives, apparently it got very stormy overnight, and it knocked out his whole internet situation. And so he can't have a reliable connection this morning to trade with us. So one off with the storm situation this morning. So normally his schedule is absolutely Monday through Thursday, and his intention was to be here today. But these summer storms, man, they get tricky. So sorry about that. You got me. We'll make the best of it. We'll see what we can see. I think we got some good opportunities today. I'm very curious what happens when we get to this like 470 to 480 region on NQ. What might happen up here. It's obviously it's not like throwing directly without any sort of counterbalance. It's climbing. It could be a good sign for like a push into this area. And then if we get signs of it rejection off of that, like a strong wick coming out of that, that could be the potential area to get in for the continuation short to retest that low overnight. But this orange line here was yesterday's low of day. That is 376. And so if we get underneath of this is a sell for me. It's also a sell for me if we tag this area of consolidation overnight and the value area low from yesterday and we reject. Also, you can see VWAP is trending down here. And so that is a very interesting, trend following, as VWAP sort of takes shape with the direction of the overnight candles. And so all of these confluences right here could be an interesting rejection point. And then we'll see if we come back down, test the low of yesterday, test the low of overnight. But I'm wondering if we can't kiss this area first before we short is what I'm looking for, just because that's such a beautiful area of a potential rejection here. Doesn't have to get up there, but it could. And draw this first 5-minute range and see what it wants to do because it doesn't seem all that strong, honestly. Black sharp makes it. I find the sweet spot for coloring it. We can all see what we're talking about. So the first 5-minute candle did close bullish. So that's some bullish energy. So now I'm going to see if we can get outside of it and hold outside of it and see if we want to take back this inside range. If we get back up in here and hold in here, then we could continue to rise from this pivot off of this daily level right here. So, just because the daily and the 4-hour were bearish from overnight session, doesn't mean that New York has to agree with that. It can go counter to it, which what we're seeing is, some bullish energy. So now we're in my area of interest. We'll have to see if it's going to reject here or hold. So, 341. Thanks, Christy. Appreciate that. I'm happy to be here with you guys. We can see on the charts, see what areas react and what areas don't. If you guys see something that I don't see, holler anytime. Questions about how I talk about things, like absolutely throw it out there at me. I think that this area is a potential area of rejection based on the overnight break of structure to the downside pretty significantly. And so what we're retesting, this was the low day. We're retesting back up here to the value area low from yesterday, which we bounced off of it inside yesterday's range. Overnight tried to hold it and tried to hold it here, but then smashed through it. So now we are retesting it. So this is a break and a retest, which I'm sure if you've been in the trading world, you've heard that many times as a potential setup. So on the larger time frame, this was yesterday's consolidation. It was a small body wiki candle yesterday for the daily candle. So this was the heart of the body of that. And so that's what this signifies, this very, very low for the retest here. And so this, I think, was a potential trade the long up to it. But I kind of want to wait and see if the better trade might be this short off of it. And so we haven't quite tagged it yet. I'm not going to rush this. I kind of want to see if we can tag it and then start wicking off of it. And then I would be interested in trying for a short to the downside. But I need to see some candle presentation, some strong wicking. I would love an actual tag of the level, which is at 481. Let's see what she can do here. This is, it's starting. It's not, throwing through it here. We'll see. I also do like to consider what the first 15-minute opening range is and what kind of indication that can give us. If that is really strong, that could flip my bias for sure to the long side. But the longs here aren't making me totally long bias yet, just because it's longing into an area that I'm curious will reject. That makes sense. I might layer into the short. Put my short play actually right on my value area low here and see if it'll tag it. This is a little bit riskier play because we haven't seen the rejection yet. But this is a play that is in my playbook. This is a break outside of range and retest it for potential continuation away from it. This was a strong break overnight against it. I think it absolutely could kiss it and wick away from it. So I am placing this limit short on my value area low at 480 before it tagged it and before I got confirmation. So by all means, trade your risk management that you're comfortable with. But I do like to try and get good entries, just as Mike does in real time as well. And for me, this is an area that I'm watching, very interested in. I'm very interested in this level to see what it will do. So we've already kissed it because it's this whole range here is an example of the reaction that we get around these value area levels. And we're already kind of inside of it. But I would love to get the best entry that I can, which right now is kind of the heart of this, would be a beautiful opportunity, in my opinion. So that's what I'm gonna wait and see on. If it pushes out and closes outside of it, I'm not going to take a huge hit. I'll wait and see, and then I'll kind of base my next potential trade off of the 15-minute orb, which it might be rejecting here, you guys. Because it got to that region and didn't quite tag it, but is selling off here. Oh, I would have loved if it got our order picked up. It got really close. I don't really want to chase the short, but it could be going for it here. Let's give it another minute or so here and see what it can do. You can at least pick me up at the top of this 5-minute range. Oh, come on. Okay, so you push lower, it came back up. Now we'll see if it can tag my value area low proper and get us a better entry here. However, this is a wick that is pushing upwards. So we're getting some bullish energy this morning. So this is, we'll trade this carefully because right now it's pushing upward, but it's pushing upward to my very key area where I'm super curious on a potential rejection is what's up. So that's why I'm kind of waiting to see. That was some good bears there, like that could be a sign that there's some bears here. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more here, get my size a little bit bigger, and then downsize this one so it's not adding as much if it gets up there. I'm going to hold it all the way through if it tags my value area low, but not endlessly. And that's kind of the trade plan on how I see the market movement. I saw a breakdown overnight. This is a retest for me in terms of the trend that we saw since London. And I want to see if it will reject in here. Nice, Judge. I love that. Good job. I might have taken the scalp long to this area because this is the retest that I would be very curious about what happened to open. But I think being on stream, I don't know. Like I want to try and wait. I think the rejection here might be the longer trade, based on the larger time frame. So that's why I decided to wait for this one. But this long was good, and now we've got some bullish aggression here. So I'm not gonna hold forever outside of this. I'm gonna put my stop right on top of this value, this consolidation here, which view up is sinking into it. So Bit of a risk here. Do what you want with that. This is my 300K account. So this is my 300K static, which I love because it gives me some wiggle room. This is the one I prefer to stream on live because it's not as tight as my 50K orbit that I'll use. Yeah, I don't trust her to hold it long. Yeah, I don't either. Um, but it could, like I said. So if it gets up here and if it gets up here and it holds and it's not giving the rejection, then we want to cut this trade and switch our bias to long. And then we would be looking for long trades on the retracement because this is a strong push up at open here, but it's pushing up into an area where I'm very curious if we get a rejection at. So that's what I'm playing at here with this trade. Everyone has a different style with it. You could have gone for the long as well. You could still be in the long and hold and wait for it to break structure down. On the 5, we are still marching up here. This last candle, if you saw as it was pushing down, it was giving a little bit of aggression. So I'm pretty curious what will happen if we get up here. On the 15, though, we look strong right now. So this is counter to the first push on the first energy. So, it's up for debate what you want to do with that. But I do think even if we have continuation to the upside, a reaction here makes a lot of sense. And then I'm super curious if we will test. If this breaks, then I think we're going for the lows. But the first step would be breaking this consolidation on the short is what I would be looking for. And then if we break this low, I think there could be a good amount of continuation throughout the day today because that's a strong pattern on the daily of, it's dropping and there's room to fill to the downside there. So I think we want to see what we can see with that. If we break this could be a potential hold situation for the day today. That's what I'm seeing. Let me just check something really quick. Manage something real quick. Okay. So I don't know if it's going to get up here and fully tag my value area low, but it definitely tagged this area that I was very interested in a couple of times. So now for trade management in the short that I'm in, I want to see it start breaking levels. So this would be super interesting if it can break the low of the opening range here, and then this little consolidation overnight that we launched off of to retest that. So I could have got in a little bigger if we tagged up here. It didn't quite get there, but you know what? It's a range. Like that's why I drew this blue box that encompasses my value area low, because it's not just that static number of 481. It's like a whole range that I was looking at. So that's why I kind of layered in. We'll see what it does here. I want to give it a little bit of wiggle room before I cancel this ad at my value area low and snug up my stop just because it's just starting to move here. But I am going to scale. So I'm going to buy order at this right here at the base of this low and take partial profits here and then see what kind of movement we can do. And then that's where I would manage my stop from there. I like it. On the 5-minute, we just broke that last pivot. So we are no longer exclusively one time framing up because we broke the low on that chart there. Anyone join me on this short? I know it was counter to the first move, but I'm all about explaining my process and what I see and why I'm watching for certain things and why I did not take the long, because this potential rejection point was just calling to me and I'm trying to focus on talking as well as watching the chat. And so I don't want to scalp every move. I opted to wait for this potential short that we are in right now. To get confirmation that it's working, it would be a break of the low of this opening range here where we open New York session, though. That's what I really want to see to intend for continuation down here and to take out this low, which would be wonderful. So let's go. Let's see what they got. Sometimes the bears can get some good action for us in the morning. I'm not going to be mad about that. If she can give us a little elevator ride, that sounds amazing. Who doesn't want to sell an elevator ride? What up, Aaron? Yes. Make some money today, huh? How about that? My average fill was 431, so we're already 50 points in profit here. You can scale if you want. Thanks, Peter. Yeah, view up was there, value area low was there, the consolidation overnight was there. This was a good rejection point for me, so I'm really happy we got to talk it out together. We got to get ourselves in a winning trade this morning. What up, Rich? Let's go. You better entry than me. I love that. All right, all right, all right. Let's see how far we can ride this here. So I am going to scale here, half my position at the low of this New York session. However, I really like this ingression. And then I'm going to scale another one if we take out the low down here. There. Let me manage this over on the screen a little bit. Okay. Come on, let's go. It broke 2 5-minute closures here now. The 15-minute obviously was bullish at the open though. And so I do need to see a break of that for a good sign on the 15 that we are continuing to the downside. That would be the confirmation that this trade is not just an initial rejection off of that. That's what I'm looking at here. So I'm going to close my ad up here because we've moved too far, and I'm going to move my stop just inside of profit. So it's a stop gain now instead of a stop loss, because we've really had a nice movement here, but I'm not going to squeeze it too much until I get my confirmation of my first closure here. This is how I want to manage it. I love that, Marius. I think that that is what I'm looking at for it as well. Win for me on the day. What up, Loop? Thank you. I'm happy to see that. Love that. Worst case, shop between the -1 man and VWAP. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Then this here too, this is the 9 EMA. It kind of scooped up under it here on this pull up here. But I do think that we tend to get bigger moves at open. And so either this fails and it shoots up, but I think that this is a very key rejection point from yesterday's value area. View up is angled down, overnight aggression is down, the daily and 4-hour patterns are down. And so this is a good setup for me. Otherwise, I don't know that I would be as comfortable taking it live with you guys in the morning. So anyhow, let's make some money. We're already up. I almost got to 100 points. Around 80 points here. But like I said, I'd really like for it to hit my first scale here, which shows that we're having some intent to break lower, in which case I think we'll go for those lows, which would be awesome. I think we have the momentum, the energy for that, you know? I'm so glad, Peter. I love trading with you. Long time trading friend and Peter, so love seeing that up here on this with me this morning. And I love that somebody got the scalp in the long and was cautious with the target, because that's what I could have, would have, should have done also. There was a trade there on the scalp up to this area. So opportunity everywhere. It's just how you choose to get in, how you choose to manage it. Can you tell me where I can enter on the pullback, please? Yeah, totally. So I think that I want to see us take out this low here and then get below it and then a retest of it. So if I wasn't in already, confirmation for me would be to take out this low here, anywhere right around here, 737, and get a closure outside of it and then a retest of that break. So right in here would be my entry if we can show confirmation of continuation to the downside. That gives me confirmation in continuation, which we just tabbed my scale. So half my profits are locked in here. So what I want to see now is this to keep pushing and close and then retest here around 335. I think could be the re-entry here for some continuation to the downside. This right here is the confirmation that I needed to see for continuation. And for me, I know everyone is different. I'm going to move my stop now. It's moving nicely on top of this 5-minute candle, even though it's not quite confirmed yet. It's only half baked. I got my first scale, and this is an area that it could bounce back on. So give it a minute here. Let this candle close here, friends, and see if it throws back up after sweeping the liquidity of this pop out here, in which case let's wait and see. But if it keeps pushing down, then we could re-enter in here. But I want to see continuation to the downside. It took out that low, which is, there was liquidity there. At pivot, there is liquidity. Now we need to see some continuation on that. To the downside. So it's right in here, right around my entry price, honestly, right now. This could be a potential reentry point here. Anywhere around this 300 to 320 area. But then your risk would be the other side. Well, everyone manages their risk differently. I know everyone's flexible with that. But I would take the risk just of one candle at a time at this point to see if it could potentially go back up from here. But this was a nice push below and a nice rollover of the morning's attention at this key level. Where's a little league coach? He'll be joining us. He's coming. He's coming. He's still getting his coffee situated. Since we do tend to stream for 4 hours in the morning, if Mike is absent, then we'll divide and conquer a little bit. And so Justin or I will pop on first generally. And then we will tag team a little bit in the middle, and then one of us will close it down for the day. And so I am the early riser. So you get to hang out with me in the morning. Okay, so we did wick back inside and we're closing back kind of inside. So let's see if there's continuation in here. I do still think there's more to the downside, and I do think we're going for the lows. Nick, don't take my camera off. There's just a little boy at my door. I know. It's funny, right? Can you be sure something? Yeah, I'm charging you. You come say hi, or you come say hi anytime, okay? Ooh, it's coming to take us out. What? Okay. Well, let's see what she does now, because it took out this. Okay, now we'll see if this wants to hold inside this range here, if we can get another rejection to the downside. All right, let's see if we can get back in here. Let's see. I'm going to try for a reentry here, because I think that was just a retest of the breaking low. And I still see more downside for us. So I'm reentering right now here with you guys. That was Jacob. All right. Good job, Buck, adding. My husband went to work, and my bigger ones are not up yet. Justin would be so mad about this week. I know. It was unpleasant. That's the thing when you manage a trade a little bit too closely, is that it can take you out, right? But I do think that this was a push below. I think we've rolled over. I think we've got more to the downside. So I let it take me as a stop gain, especially when I might have to divide and conquer. I like to leave protection in place for my trades, which is, just the way that I choose to trade, but that was kind of annoying. Not gonna lie, because my entry was beautiful up here. But I'm back in. It's fine. And I'm going to see now, again, if we can take out the lows is my goal, and then sink this sucker. I'm going to let my older kid know that he's more than welcome to wake up and help me anytime. Okay. Let's go Bears. Let's sink this sucker. I hope you guys are, scale in or got back in. That was a nice pullback. If someone was looking for entry, there's some entry in here. However, it's thinking around a little bit on us. So we need to see some continuation to the downside here, because if this low wants to hold, then, nothing is guaranteed in this market. I'm still bearish based on where we rejected off of and the larger time frames. However, it's being a little bit obnoxious with things today. All right, come on, push it lower. What are you doing? Why are you messing with us? If this pushes up again, then I'm gonna have to potentially flip my bias here, because this is wicking below the morning range, but not closing below it, which makes me less comfortable in the continuation. This area down here where we're seeing if we can take it out. It's a key level on the daily for a lot of reasons. It's that big level on the daily 2 weeks ago where we had to pivot and we made a higher high in the market. So coming for that is a big deal. And so I think that there is some hesitation, because, the daily buyers from 2 weeks ago might still be there to defend this level. However, the last pattern of the last couple of days on the larger time frames is bearish. And so this could be the move with the energy to take it out. However, it doesn't have to, it doesn't have to do it today either. It can be obnoxious and do it in London session or something. So I'm not trying to get back all my gains here. Oh, I should put our risk on this. I don't know if I want this whole range. Probably what it ought to be. Yeah, you guys, if you haven't liked and subscribed, let Mike know that we're holding down the fort. We got a nice winning short off the open here. If anyone took the longs, that's beautiful. I don't know. This could hold in here, you guys. This could be done because of those daily buyers might want to hold that. And so then we might have to see about the longs here. But I'm going to give it this candle and see if it can. But if this candle top goes, then I'm not interested in holding this short for now. I want to wait and see. Because this candle right here broke the high of this 5 minute and not the low. And so that is concerning for me. This is a nice, wick that pushed down on this 5 minute candle. However, it couldn't break the low. So I'm hesitant. I'm only in for half size. And if it breaks this high again, then I am going to take a little break and see what she does. Sometimes, you guys, I don't know if you, I think Jeff is really good about this in locking in gains. Knowing there was liquidity here, we could have closed the whole position here and then re-entered or just waited. That was definitely a good scale point. That's why I'm a scaler, because sometimes T1, T2, T1 might get hit and the rest might not. I would like to hold the bigger move, to be honest with you. Like, I want to hold a short. If we're going to take out this low, I want to be in it. And so that's why I scaled and managed my stop as I did, and how I got back in when these were still closing bearish and this one kind of rolled over here. So I want to be in this short if this is going to show me continuation, but if it's not going to show me continuation, I don't want to be in. So that's why I did choose to re-enter after my stop gain closed me down on that first trade. But I'm not trying to be a hero and take some dumb trade. And so if this doesn't hold here, that would be a second breakup. And so that's a no-go for me, that I need to take a little break, and we'll, look at other markets for a minute and see what we can see. Let's actually really quick, I know we're in this, but let's look at ES, because ES tagged their view up to the penny here on their first push up and then rejected it and is going lower as well. So that's nice confluence here. But they need to take out their morning low. This is the 5 minute candle here. So they haven't swept their liquidity yet to the downside. So that's interesting. They could be going for that for sure. There we go. There we go. So if you're on ES, there's some short potential here right now. Oh, I like that. Let's think this be. Okay, we looked away and it started working. Thank you. Thank you, market. Sometimes there is a magic to that. I'll just let her cook. Let her cook. Give it a minute. Okay, what do we got going on here? So this was a steady push overnight. We gave this little pivot here, push up. And so we broke this earlier. We dinked around with it. Now I want to see if we're going to go for the low. I am going to scale out one if we can take out the low of this, the low of the morning so far. So that scale for partial positions is at 311. Just because this one is kind of dinked around here and showing some monkey business, I'm going to lock in a little bit more profits as we go. But then, so I have three contracts on. I would like to take this scale here and then to break the low and then hold to who knows where. Who knows where? I'm checking over some things here. Yeah. Gosh, we need to keep looking away. When we look back, she's still monkey businessing. Oh, come on. Just think it. Just think it. I'm going to put my alert so I can hear if and when ES breaks their low of the morning. I like alerts. I don't know. You guys like alerts? I like alerts because they alert me. When things are starting to work out, when things are progressing, when we might see an area of interest hitting or a target hitting or like ES breaking their low could give me, some good information that the general market is heading downward. That kind of thing. Let's look at what the 15-minute ended up doing. We hit the 7 o'clock hour and this 15-minute did poke below. We saw that we were in that. Retraced here a little bit. Okay, so ES just broke their low and this retracement is sinking. That was the re-entry retracement, although it went a little deeper than I wanted. I do still see downside. And so if we can break this 15-minute low here, we will have a little scale at T1. And then I want to see continuation to take out this low, which could be a potential trend for some downward move today. This is on the 15. It's a good, push, hesitation, push. This broke it. There's a wick here. So continuation would look like breaking this low on the 15-minute. Thanks, Peter. Have a great rest of your day, friend. 2000 tick chart. W set up there. I can sweep the high. Could be. This daily wick could dump so much lower. Yeah, Jaja. I'm so curious if we dump lower on this. We have to take it out. It makes sense to have a fight down here because there's a lot of buyers might want to defend there. So, this is like a situation to be cautious with, honestly. I don't want to squeeze it too much, but I think, gosh, when we looked away, ES took out their low and then bounced off of it, like a little liquidity sweep as well. So, that's part of what's happening here too, is that they took out their low and then they bounced off of it. I don't see a clean W. I just have a tick chart up though. Come on, bears. Come on. Let's go. Stop messing around. On that 15-minute chart we were just on, like it does need to take out this low to show intention down. Like this is the wick on the 50-minute chart. It's only half baked, but what it would look like would be a continuation down here. You can see it from the other days. The first time 240 was the low. Yeah. Yeah, 240. That's what, I don't know if you're here at the very beginning, Jaja, but I'm totally with you on that. That was the low here. What day was that? August 6th. So, gosh, a couple weeks ago now, that was the low. And then this low, Jaja, from that day is what caused this higher high in this trend. Strong push up, 2-day retracement, kissed that 240, made the higher high there. And so that's where we're at in this defense period where it's fighting over it. And so that's a very key level. I would love for it to get taken out because we see bears, we saw a hesitation day yesterday. And then overnight, there was quite a bit of bearish action. And so we saw the bounce at open, but I would love to see if we can get a bearish continuation day today is what I am looking to see if we can trade. But it, also it makes sense that it doesn't always have to straight flush that. So it can mess around with us here. And so I think we're experiencing that a little bit right now, but I want to try and, hold it together and give it time, see if it can do that flush out. But I'm not going to like be a hero and trade massive size for the bottoms of the earth, because this could be defended here. And so I'm cautious with it. My first trade, I got out my position at T1 and then at my taken out at stop gain, and now I'm back in. But yeah, retested the lows too. So I love that. I love that we're on the same page, guys. So what I want to see is to take out this 15-minute turn here and then take out the low, and then we'll see. Like I'm going to definitely have my stop loss moved into profit, stop gain moved into profit once we get down in here, because any game can play. But we're hunting that liquidity, I think we're hunting that liquidity, and I absolutely could be wrong. We don't have to take it out. So you have to make sure you're comfortable with the risk that you put on, everyone. Because right now on the 15, it's a little bit confused here. I mean, the Bears didn't get the job done. They're going to get the job done. And right now it's dancing a little bit. All right. Come on, Bears. Come on. They could. They sure could. Retest the lows. Yeah, I know. They could run the highs. They could get hard in here is my situation. Because if you're going for a daily level, it doesn't always smash through it. It can do this. It can hold above it and be defended above it, because sometimes the price action is not that sensitive. And it can hold anywhere in here. Like here, I was looking to see if it would reject off this value area low. Well, it rejected almost there. This whole area rejected. So this whole area on the large time frame is a total buy zone, right? So we're shorting into a buy zone. But the daily and the 4-hour trend are down. And so we're shorting to see if we want to sweep the liquidity of the lows here in the SPY zone is the play that I am looking for. And so I want to try and have a little bit of stamina with this hold, especially recognizing that we tagged a key level on the retracement and we got a nice response. We broke the low of New York session on that response. And so I want to see if we can get some continuation to sweep that daily low. But we don't have to. The bulls can defend this whole area here, in which case we need to switch our bias to the bulls if this holds here. I'm not going to flip my bias right away. I'm going to have some patience with it, though, because that means the second attempt is stopped out here if it's taken out. My risk, you guys, I'm comfortable with at 413 based on this pull up. So it's close to it here. I'm just going to trust my risk and give it a little bit of time because I want to see if these bears can get the job done. If they can't and I'm stopped out, like I said, that will switch my bias a little bit and I will kind of sit back and watch price action for a little bit and see if it wants to tell me that the bulls are going to hold this whole area. On the 5-minute chart, it looks like there's bigger moves, but on the daily, it's just messing around near the lows. And so, you got to take it with a grain of salt if you're, shorting in a buy zone. So careful with that. And I'm glad I hit the short button since that 40-day rally we had in April. Yeah, dude, that was crazy. The bulls just ran nonstop like that. That was a hard season for people with bear eyes because we just kept breaking the highs. It was a beautiful continuation for the bulls, and it could have been challenging if you were looking at, this is the sell zone potentially, and it just kept breaking the highs. So I know this is the buy zone on the daily, is this whole area in here. So anyway, I kind of went over my whole process and my risk management, and we all kind of got to, listen to what other people are doing and then see what we can see, trade our best opportunities. This looks good as a rejection here. It hasn't taken my stop out yet, but it's kind of close to it. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of close to it. We'll see. I do a little water. If I go coffee too fast, I'm going to And I'm talking way too fast. Justin teases me because I'm fast talker. Slow down. I better do water just as often as I'm doing coffee so I don't rattle your guys' ears off. All right, come on. What you gonna do? Maybe last time we looked at ES and it was good for us. Okay, so this was the ES, took out their low of the morning and then pounced off of that liquidity tap. And now, ideally, they're getting continuation to the downside right here. So let's do that, please. Know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, this looks good over here. Back on our trade. Oh, don't do that. Make sure I get to hold my, oh, come back. Oh my gosh, it's not showing my fills. What are you doing? Oh, so I'm on yes. Okay, let me refresh. There we go. Okay. So let's see some sells here. Let's see some bears. Let's see some bears throw down for Pete's sake. That's a minute, Jaja. Help. Refresh. Always check the ticker. All right. Come on, sink it. Let's go. If the bears can't get it done in here, then that's going to be some important information. I would like to hold, like I have said, to see if we can get this to do what I would like it to do. But do you want to be right or do you want to protect your account? So I'm not going to, hold unendingly. But my trade plan hasn't been broken yet, like the 15-minute that closed. Oh, we just got another 15 closure. Let's look at that. So this 15-minute gave me bear vibes, we push lower. It's kind of like they're very similar in size, but this one did break the low. This one is hesitation on the retest. And so this does not mean that the bear trade is off. This means that it retested the break. And so this does not mean that I need to get out of the trade. It means potential reentry for the direction, in my opinion, because this was the play here, this rejection off of this. But now I really, bears, just freaking do it. Just take out this low on the intraday so we can get the next leg down. This is showing some hesitation, which is annoying. But also the market doesn't do anything immediately, right? Things take time. Price action takes time. Like sort of orders have to be exchanged. So, but that we had the rest moment here. So ideally, we're going to get a bearish engulfing here. This 15-minute candle opened 1 minute ago. So she a baby. Let's let her find her direction. She looks good though, right? She looks good. She's listing well. Wise man said that. Yeah. That's right. All right. Come on. Give us our scale. Take out that low. What is my number for the low? 310. So it takes up 310. I'm taking off partials, just especially with how damn bouncy it's been. I don't really want to take an L this morning. I mean, no one does, right? But that's definitely, we're in a buy zone. So I'm not going to hold a large full size position endlessly. Going to scale. And 310 is my T1 for this leg, because that is a liquidity point where we take out that low. It's really kind of effing around. Just go. ES. ES rolled over beautifully after that, you guys. ES took out their liquidity of their low, and then they popped off of it, right? So that's why that would have been a T1 for me as well. They popped off of that, and then they had continuation, and now they are beautifully outside of their opening range, and the VWAP is sloping down, and they are printing candles down. So they could be hunting their low here too. If anyone is in that play at 76.80 is the low on ES that we could be hunting here. I'm an NQ, so I'm going to primarily watch that. We got a lot of NQ traders here, but I like this trade on both indices. And for ES, I'll just mark it so I have an alert on that. It's 680, 7680 is their low. So let's go for that. Let's go. How's everyone doing? Everyone's okay? Hanging with me this morning? Appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe if you haven't clicked the buttons. Show us a little love, spread the word. We do get to give giveaways as the channel grows because we want to kind of incentivize like getting some more love around here. We do stream every morning from just a little bit before market open until 1 p.m. Eastern. Mike does Monday through Thursday generally. He had a storm and was out this morning. But Mike will do Monday through Thursday, barring any unforeseen conditions. And then Justin and I take over and we wrap up the day, see what we can see on the charts, and hang out with you guys in our trading community. So come hang out with us. I do my psychology labs, but we did restructure a little bit, and so I'm going to do them every other week now, just because the topics are getting, they can, I don't want to cover everything too much and overrun you with my wisdom. So those are going to be on Wednesdays, and the next one will be next week. Which is the shifted and stuff this week. We took this week off of that, but it'll be every other week and on Wednesdays starting next week. So you guys, I will put out an alert that morning to remind everyone as well. So just, hang out with us. Been in and out. Yes, way to make $1,000. I love that, Marcus. Thank you. Thanks for a little feedback. All right, that was T1 on this short because I am being attentive with it. Because of this solid bounce here. But I also don't want to squeeze it because I want to, I want to give it a little bit of room to run here. It took it out and bounced, which is what happens, you guys. It's a bouncy day. I'm not even gonna lie. They keep buying it up, Vodka. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I'm not trying to, they do keep buying it up here. Honestly, it's kind of annoying. They keep buying it up. I mean, it's obnoxious because we're not getting the follow through. So that's giving us information, right? That they're not thinking through. They're not crashing through this. So they still could. That still could be the play. I got one scale off. And so this will be a very small loss if it's taken on my last two contracts. I'm going to leave it and trust my risk there. Because oftentimes we'll tag a level and there will be some liquidity there and there will be a counterplay, especially this morning is heck of bouncy, you guys. So do what you want. If you as soon as you get your profit, you move to break even, recognizing it's really bouncy, that is super protective. If it takes out the low, I don't want to be in it. So I'm not being overly protective of my accounts, but I am scaling, which is protecting my profits. And this morning is green no matter which way you slice it now. So can't be mad about that. The 5-minute is not safe for wicking out though. Like we saw over here, there was some continuation of the downside, but it definitely wicked above. So I'm giving it just a little bit more room. Let's look on the 15 here again. So this 15 is my risk on this short, is above this 15-minute doji candle that tested the lows here. And so that is where I have my risk base at, and I'm not going to squeeze it more than that. So that's 410 basically is where my stop loss is. It's still a stop loss based on my re-entry because I was looked out on my stop management on the first entry up higher. But I already scaled, and so it's a good trade already. I think this trade will end up around neutral if this stop is taken, which it could. I mean, there's some wicks down here. There's some buyers that are fighting. And so, you can read this any kind of way because this is a buy zone on the daily. And so if this rolls over on the 15, then I'm likely going to be switching my bias and look for try for a long here. If you guys see anything different, you have any other thoughts, just holla. Geez, what's up, Avanish? What's up, geez? Yeah. This buy zone might hold on the daily, you guys, and we could take back the what traded overnight. In which case, we would retest this value area. If we get back above it, then we're going for the point of control, which is here, which was respected overnight as well. The overnight range is, it's smashed down, drop, reacted on the value area low, pinged off of this point of control, smashed down lower and broke the structure. So this morning we saw a retest of yesterday's range and a rejection, but not a hard rejection with clear follow through. It's hesitating big time. And we are in a daily buy zone. And so this could be a buy down here, guys. So, I was a bit late. I wish I was here earlier. Oh, I know. It's hard sometimes to be at market open. I don't know what your schedule is. This might take me out. This 15-minute might roll over here and take me out, which is fine. Flatten all of that and give it a minute here and see what it's going to do. So for a first hourly range, this is choppy AF. If anyone wanted to quantify what we're looking at here, this is real annoying. Because we did not get continuation. This was a retest of yesterday's value area and a rejection, which was beautiful. We got in up here for the rejection and we scaled and took profits. And we tried again for the follow through to take out these lows, which is a daily low here. But this could be a daily double bottom, in which case it could be strong. And so this is on the larger time frame, a buy zone. So that's why we're getting so much argument here. I'm not willing to take unended risks. That's why I scale profits and I manage my stop based on candles. I managed it based on the 15 to try and give it room. But twice now my stops have been taken for continuation to the downside. So that's giving me information that the downside is not having follow through this morning. Right? So if we say it out loud, it's like the shorts did not work. So then what are we going to do? Well, how are we doing the longs? This was a strong buying candle here with really nice volume. So let's see what happens here. But it's like real messy, to be honest with you. I kind of want to see, like, this is okay. So up around to find out, right? This is look at all this. Like, it's just kind of sideways in here. So I want to give it some time and see if it can break. If we can break the high or the low, then that can give us a directional intention. And then on the retracement, we can get back in. But I've taken 2 short trades here. I shorted here and then I rejoined here, scaled some profits, and then my stop was taken. And so profitable on the day, 2 trades, clear winner, and then a 50-50 winner and stop out. Now we're going to pause for a minute. I'm going to pause for a minute on executing and just see what's happening in the middle here, because I'm already profitable and I already feel good about it, but also very curious to see what happens. My watch said to take a deep breath. Funny. This is not cute price action. I'm not gonna lie. I was really hoping we would get a beautiful continuation to the downside, you guys. I had eyes for that this morning with you. All shorts all the time for the next 2 years. What up, Sinister? Let's go, my bearish buddy. Love that. The market overall is bullish. We have to remember that. We have to remember that this is, that's why I was talking myself through it live with you guys, that this is a daily buy zone. Like, that just is the situation. We saw that on the larger time frame. I don't know if everyone might be rolling in a little later, but that's this right here. This is my daily chart for the NQ. Push up. Gosh, this chart is so busy, you guys. I'm sorry. But push up, retracement. This is the wick right here that we are at 240. And then this made a higher high on the push up after tagging that. And so that's why we literally tagged overnight. And so I want a continuation to take it out because this is bearish. Right now we're in a bearish trend on the daily. Push down, rest day yesterday, overnight had a lot of bearish energy. And so that is what gave me the bear vibes today. We slid down. This is a 4-hour chart. The last day or two, we hesitated. We had a doji on the daily. Overnight was very bearish. So at open, I saw this retest of yesterday's value area here. Oh, put the wrong button. Continuing after it stopped me out. But I want to see if we want to take out this low and sweep that liquidity of that daily pivot area. But you can't downplay the fact that we're shorting into demand. Like it literally is the daily buy zone. And so these areas can be tricky to trade. And I think that is what we were experiencing today, you guys, is that the retracement made sense. It was the opportunity to get in the shorts. But now it's just really kind of being challenging in here, even on the 15-minute, you guys. Like this is a butthead move. If it's going to continuation, this is a butthead move, taking out, sweeping the highs of this 15-minute candle, because that's what took me out. So I'm going to talk a little smack about it. But this 15-minute candle that we're in right now literally took out both ends of the last 15-minute candle. And so they're playing games. Right. They're taking out all sides. So there's argument. I can't say that they're playing games to hurt anyone. Like this is an area of debate, right? Can the bears take them out, or can the bulls from 2 weeks ago defend their buy zone? So it's a little bit of a battle right now, and I'm gonna pause on re-engaging with the battle because I got in twice already, and I am profitable, and I see the fight. So I want to see who wins. Is how I feel about it. I don't see that my first trade is necessarily off because we're still underneath yesterday's value area. We're still underneath VWAP. VWAP is angling down. We're inside of this first 5-minute range is this purple box. I do think we can take out the lows, but it's going to hurt my heart a little bit if it does it without me in it. But also the bulls are fighting back here, so they might just have to take it out without me, and I might scalp the bounce off of that, to be honest with you. Let's see what she's gonna do. You know, it might make me behave a little better if I put a buy zone down there and remember what is happening. And put on the 15, and then I want to draw this. There. Okay, holy target. So I need to be more active on the chart earlier. Wah, wah. This is the 15-minute buy zone of the low of overnight session, as well as it coincides perfectly with this tip because it hit that daily from 2 weeks ago. So this is the buy zone that we are operating off of. This is a beautiful bullish engulfing buy candle at the kiss of that buy zone. I should have drawn that sooner. But I was hoping we'd take out the low. Now this is a potential area to go long off of if we hold up here. But it is really giving mixed signals. So I don't love that straight continuation yet. Let me just check my door really quick. My 4-year-old is a little boy, and he good appetite. So he had some breakfast, but he needed a snack already at 7:31 in the morning. So fine. All right, this is the bulls are trying to defend this larger time frame buy zone. So there could be some buy opportunity in here. I'm hesitant to join it because of the argument going on. You know, are you guys having vibes one way or the other? We got some bulls defending here twice. We got some strong bullish candles off of this area. And so I'm really hesitant to rejoin the shorts because they did not work for the last hour almost, 45 minutes, I suppose. The first 50 minutes was the push up to retest. And then the last 45 minutes here is this argument where we are just not seeing continuation. So what it is saying is it has not told us yet. So I'm going to put my initial balance on here, which is honestly very little, you guys. This is a very small initial balance. Is the first hour of New York session. And it is not large. It is 170 points, 165 points. So that is a small initial balance. There's definitely room to move today. The longs are not working either. Thank you for saying that, Jaja, because yeah, this gave a bullish candle, right? But then it immediately retraced and is going sideways. So this is a paper cut situation. I'm officially calling it out. This is how you might get your butt chopped up. And so words to the wise, I don't want a chop. Twice I got TP1 and then my stop was taken. So that shows me that we're not getting continuation right now. Plus price action shows me that. The 5-minute and the 15 both show me that. The fact that we're bearish into a buy zone is conflicting data there as well. And then the fact that the initial balance range, which is the first hour of New York session, is very small for this instrument. And so there's a lot of argument going on because we're not seeing a trend so far. So that is kind of a slow your roll and watch situation. It's a dangerous situation because it just is giving plays in both directions that are not seeing the follow through. But I am a little bit flipping bias to the long because of this buy zone holding so far, but not significantly. You know what I mean? Let it decide what it wants to do and wait until it reaches a key area. Thank you, Maria. I'm going to do that. I believe in what you're saying. And that's what I'm trying to say too, because patience is key. And, if we made some money off these trades this morning, we don't want to just give that away freely. We put some energy into that. And so that let's let that sit and let's let it tell us how it's going to break. Because if it can break below here and we can get continuation, this could drop like a freaking rock. If this level gives, like, game on, that is a daily buy zone failed. And so there will be so many stops down here that will blow that it could go really fast. Also, it could just sweep that liquidity and there could be a ton of buy orders waiting to add it. And so if this level gives, we need to see if we can get continuation or if it immediately buys it back up and gives a wick off of it. So if this level goes, I won't immediately enter. I will see what it does. And if we're getting continuation, then I want to retest and I want to join the shorts. If we throw through it and immediately are bought up, that means that the buyers are heavily defending it, in which case it could be a strong pop. And so this level is key to see what it wants to do. We can't get there. Like, it's not getting there yet. And so if it continues to not get there and this holds again, we could try potentially for a pop off of it. It's just really hard right here, though, you guys. It's not giving it up yet who's going to win this fight because I don't know that it knows yet. The larger team hasn't clearly identified themselves for me. And I know, you guys, we love Mike. He might just know by looking at this what the energy is. But for me, it's messy. It's choppy. It's paper cutty. So I am with Marius and you guys of let's be careful. Okay, MJ, coming in with some, I love this for us. Let's look at gold. Yeah, that's exactly right. I know. See, I can't just fire off a trade and print money for all of us because I want to be smart about it. And we got two wins here, and that's good. Let's look at gold. Because gold looks so strong, you guys, yesterday. Okay. I'm going to zoom out for a minute, and then we're going to get back into it. So, daily gold. This was the buy zone we were hunting for a long time. Broke this pivot here, broke higher. Broke this pivot here, hesitated, broke beautifully yesterday with some nice aggression. So this was an important breakout yesterday on gold. If anyone is watching them on the larger time frames, it was beautiful. We saw that and we talked about it with Justin even before we got off yesterday. So overnight popped here. This is a 3 a.m. 4-hour candle. Oh, no, that's yesterday's break. Okay, so this was the overnight retracement. Okay. Let's see if we can see anything in this. MJ might be killing it with her trade plan here. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm happy to talk it out with you guys. It helps me trade better when I say things out loud too. That's something that my mentor told me years ago is, to talk to yourself. Now I'm talking to you, but also kind of talking to myself because you guys don't hear you. Anyways, let's talk it out and rationalize that. Thank you for saying that. Okay, so I'm super into your long on gold, MJ. I did not get the entry that you did, obviously, but this looks really good. This was yesterday when we were looking, this was kind of giving a double top while we were streaming. It broke above it, came back below. Here, it broke below it, kind of hesitated. So there might be a little bit of reaction here for this long. But if this comes back in here and holds, I really, really like this. That's the hourly. Let's get a little lower here. So this is VWAP. It was under it for a long time on gold, and now it's above it. So bullish sign as well. This 9 EMA scooped underneath of it, held. I have to join you on this gold long. 512.8 is your enter your target. Is that where you got in? Oh my gosh. You're like a ninja on the wick. Oh my God. You're giving me some jealous vibes. Killed that MJ. Beautiful. So you saw these wick in here and you just took a low risk trade. And if the wick gave, probably you would be out because it could go lower. But that is an absolutely sick entry. I love that for you. I obviously am not in. Um, but I'm very bullish on gold right now. And I like that it did the pullback overnight because yesterday was hecka strong. And so I'm going to leave this line because I kind of like it. I kind of like how it was respected here, broke above. We got underneath of it in here. So if we can get a little rejection off it now, and then it can hold here. I like it. I'm going to draw this as my area of interest. For this little bit of rejection here and retracement and then potentially re-entry. Oh, you guys, I'm really glad we didn't rejoin the shorts on NQ. Okay, because this candle took out both sides and just dinked around on the 15-minute, which is only half baked. This one is 9 minutes into the 15-minute candle, but this buy zone right now is trying to hold. So I do think we might need to switch our bias to the longs for the intraday. Good morning, trader 007. I know, and the bull's so obnoxious. I know. I'm so with you, Jaja, on every aspect of what you said. I was really hoping to sweep these lows, not even gonna lie. It was gonna be beautiful, and I was gonna be very happy about it, but it didn't happen. I'm glad we got some scales because that was good management in my opinion. Okay. Well, we've gotten some nice bullish aggression trying to show some dominance here. So I would really like for it to like break the highs of this session because I mean, this was another bullish candle on NQ, but we're still inside this opening range, square in the side of it. And yeah, every time we've gotten bullish engulfing, it's shorted off of it. So honestly, might give a little short right here. If this trend continues bullish, bears fight, bullish, bears fight, bullish, bears might fight it. So I would, be hesitant on the bullish continuation here. However, it could continue at any point because the bears are failing. So this is messy middle territory for me. And the current wave is bullish, reject, bullish, reject, bullish. Now what? So if this continues, there'll be a little rejection here, a little scalp. But also the bulls are trying to hold this buy zone. And so it's also a little bit risky because you want to protect yourself on that. Gold did slide back, and now I'm gonna try and watch them. I don't have too many charts up, so it's like hard to watch. But gold might be getting down to a potential re-entry point here. We got any gold traders in the house? MJ, I know some of us are. Check on ES, see what she's doing. If I'm not in a trade and I kind of want to get my bearings and see what I should be prioritizing, I like to look around and see kind of the lay of the land and what everybody is doing. So this is ES. They are really sideways also. So this is the first 5-minute candle. We really haven't left it. We poked outside of it here, which our alert signaled us to. But then we're right back inside of it. So that's not very cute. Let me look at this buy zone, why it's here. Okay, so this was the overnight low, Tuesday into Wednesday is what this is. And then we held, and yesterday was strong above it. So this buy zone here that I have drawn on our ES chart was the support hold from Tuesday into Wednesday on ES for the bulls. And so we pushed outside of it and we came back inside of it. So that's interesting. This is the 15-minute on ES, which it seems to be rolling over and pushing upward as well out of this potential buy zone also. So I think we got to switch teams, guys. I think we got to be bullish. I think this is telling us that the bears failed. You know what I mean? We're still inside this first early range. And so it's still a tricky trade. But the bulls are trying to hold this sucker. Let's made a higher low here and then broke structure on the up. So what do we need to see to get in long? Okay, let's start framing up a potential long trade. This orange line is the low day from yesterday. We are inside it. So if it's going to hold and we're going to push back into yesterday's range, then this could be our entry point for the long on the retracement. But we're still on the inside. We're still in the middle, like diddle in the middle. I don't know. I don't love that. Gold did a teeny tiny retracement here. And it's just so strong. I'm so happy for you, MJ. I'm so happy for you. I would love it if it came back down here. Look at how it pinched, how they came together. This is the 9 EMA and this is VWAP. This more flatter one is VWAP. And then this one that's hugging price is the 9 EMA. And so this area right here would be super, super interesting to me. I'm going to actually 45. I'm going to put an alert on it if we're not looking at it, if it gets back there. Yeah, because this could be a really good entry point for a potential continuation on gold here. This could be a potential rejection here. So I want to wait and see if it can come back down to this pinch here and give us a little bit better R to R. And then it might entertain this gold trade. Not going to lie. She's also so strong. So it could just be a situation where you join the momentum and then you manage it. But gold has got some leverage on it. So you got to be kind of careful with that. Yeah, I'm so excited to get it. This could be a run all day, and you got the best entry. So I would not squeeze it or be hesitant at this potential area where it could just give a little bit of pushback because you're holding it like a boss. Like, take it. Okay. NQ. Oh, yeah. So we are holding off of this is what I'm going to say now, even though we're still inside. So I don't want to long here because it's super bouncy. I would rather long as it's coming down and pulling down to join it. You went short. Yeah. Honestly, with the wave of it, like that's what she's been doing. She's been pushing up and shorting, pushing up and shorting. So I'm not mad at all about your short right here. I think that it could absolutely work. Okay. You join? Should we join you? Only need about 30 points. 30 points is a big deal. All right. I'm going to short with you, Marius. Because this is the trend that we're getting here. So I wanted to see if we can come back down at least to yesterday's low of day, which is 376. We are pushing up here a little bit though, but I want to see it come back down here and then I want to get out and see what she's going to do here. You got a better entry than I did. Now she's finally going to pop. 400 hold goes to 500. Yeah, I know. All right, let's see if we can get back down to this pivot here and then see if we can get some highs. Honestly, I wanted to see if we can get up here to 560 is what my target for the long would be if we can keep pushing these longs here. I'm going to scalp this retracement with Marius, and then we'll see what she does. Get out just above the low of day at that 9 EMA. We're a little scrappy in here, but we've been sitting on our hands for a while, and she's waving like this. So this is just a scalp. And I'm not even going to mess around. I'm already putting my stop gain on. I'm not effing around in this. I'm not giving her $1 of my money. So it's a winner or it's a winner. That's how I can play with you, little mama. If you can dance around, I'm going to be careful. So already protected this trade. Yeah, Marius is already out. Okay. I'm going to stop gain in place. All right, I'm with you. I scaled a little bit. Like this is no way. We're not going to take a loss on this because I think we are rolling over to the bulls, and this is a retracement that we're shorting on right now. So if you are with me, just be careful with it because this is showing some bullish regression. So this is the scalp for me to the downside. I'm not anymore trying to hold for the low because it's showing me too much bounciness at this area. So I actually scaled in and I scaled out, and my stop gain is already in place because I am scalping this little mama for about 420 to 378. So I'm taking 42 points on this trade. Just to grab a bite of the price action that we are experiencing is what's up. I don't think gold is coming back for us. I think it's just going to run away with all of MJ's profits. All right, so we just scalped another 40 points on that. Bearish overall, but I don't like this back and forth. Yeah, Marius. Yep. You know what? Cheers to just grabbing that little bite. That was a great call out, friend. Like that was beautiful. We just grabbed a 40-point scalp to the downside because this is what she's doing. She's breaking higher. She's waving back down. She's breaking higher. She's waving back down. So if you got in that entry with us, you could be holding still, or you could have scalped it to this T1 for me, which is the low day of yesterday and the 9 EMA. No, I'm going to wait and see because I want to see if I could take a stab at the bulls. Guys, we're 3 for 3. I'm not mad about this. Well, okay, so 2 wins and 1 scratch. It was the TP1 and a stop. So, you know, we call it 3 for 3. Can we call it 3 for 3? I don't know. We all right. We all right. We doing all right. That was fast. That was a fast trade. And it only lasted like 2 minutes. Yeah, this 2-minute chart in here, out here. Oh, I don't want to look at that though. Holy moly, look at the smaller time frame, you guys. Oh, she's bouncy. This is the 2-minute chart. Good Lord. All right, I'm not gonna buy. Oh, don't do that. I'm not gonna go long yet because I just want to see. This is the current wave down that we're in. Based on the last little tiny wave up. We're just riding the waves this morning. But I can't discount the fact that I was initially bearish on the day. So I want to be careful with the longs. But I could see a long in here. That's why this was my scalp target to the downside was right where we're at. So I'm out of my short, my third short. And I am waiting to see because this area could hold for a long. We have seen the bulls are here. But as Jaja said, the longs and the shorts have both been challenging today. So scalping is what's up until we get a clear sign. So we just scalped that short. Thanks for the call out, Marius. You were on point. And we could potentially try and scalp this long, but it's hard for me to go against my bears so far. Don't want to go against my bears. How is everyone? Having a good morning? What's up? Thanks for being here with me, you guys. I know everyone was expecting Mike, as was I. But I am the emergency backup, and everyone needs that, right? We all have things that happen in our life where we just our work schedule doesn't work. You know, if there's a storm and you need internet to have reliable connection, like it is what it is. And so we got a team here. We're a team at BluSky, and so if someone can't get to where they want to get to, then someone else steps up, and so the cogs keep turning. And I'm very happy to hang out with you guys. Like I would be here trading anyway, so let's trade together. I think there's a lot of value in community and being able to, I say talk about it. You guys get to type, and I get to be the noise. But I'm happy to be here with you guys here at BluSky, and I think we're stronger together. And so it's good to have that community to not feel isolated when you're trading. We are getting some hesitation here on the short side. That's why we scalped it to that point. Because for the last 2 minutes, it's just been sitting on this level. This is a key level because it's kind of the heart of today's range, which is tiny, but also it's the low day of yesterday, which is the bulls are trying to defend. Like what we're seeing is the bulls are trying to defend. So this could be a potential long scalp. Just hesitant on it. I don't know that I'll take the longs, you guys. Like I've had 3 winning trades, and I just think we are. The larger time frames are still too heavy in my mind that we're pushing down. Overnight was down and the low is right here to sweep. The market likes to sweep liquidity zones. And so this is a big one, being that it's the low from 2 weeks ago and we're so stinking close to it. And so it makes me on edge for wanting to sweep it. I think that's my hesitation with the longs, is that it's so gosh darn close. And I have seen the market take out extremes. And so I just can see her throwing down and taking that out. And then it could be a buy or it could be a continuation. And so that has me hesitating on messing around in here because it's just so gosh darn close. And so I don't want to be, the first buyer because it looks like they're holding and then it sweeps it. Even if we just share our wins and losses, it's better than trading alone and having no one to share your frustration. Yeah, I totally agree. I think being able to be open and authentic with a community that truly understands trading is like so grounding as a trader, because it's a wild world that people who don't trade don't understand. Like I have a ton of people in my life that don't trade, and they don't even want to ask. They don't even know what questions to ask me to see if I'm even okay, because they don't know what on earth I'm doing in my office. So it's so much easier to just not put that on them, to try and help them understand what I'm going through and what my experience is and what the potential is and what the downside is and what the hard days look like, because I just can't conceptualize it. So huge nod to having a trading community that you can kick things around with, because it helps so much to know that you're not alone, and it's hard, and taking losses is hard, and you can be really frustrating. Like twice my runners were stopped out today, and it's like, this is not, there's no perfection in trading. We're constantly just having to deal with highs and lows and try and stay neutral through that. Yeah, right now, because I was afraid to hold for the short a bit longer. Holding is hard, and holding in these conditions is tricky because if it sinks, we'll have regret from not holding, right? But if it bounces again and throws up, we'll be glad that we scalped it. And if I were to read this price action so far this morning, it's scalping. Like the trades that win are the trades that don't hold. Because when I held runners on both of my trades, the runners were stopped out, once in profit and once outside of profit. And so what my experience so far in this current hour of market condition is that it's bouncy and scalps win and holds fail. And so I fully support your exit, because I did the same thing on that. I did not hold a runner, as you notice on this one, as I had previously, because I have less confidence in the continuation, because we haven't got it for an hour now. And so for me, it's showing that it's struggling hard here, which again, like honestly makes sense because of the daily buy zone situation. So when you have larger timeframes arguing that it's a daily buy zone, but the daily is bearish, you get these type of F around days where they're just arguing with it. And the winning side might be clear tomorrow, but right now it is not clear from what I can see. And if anyone can see anything more than that, I would absolutely love it if you told me. Please do. This is not the place to hold unless you have really wide stops. Yeah, and I'm not willing to do that. I mean, this is my 30K static, so I have some wiggle room, but I also don't want to mess around and give it away. $500 on an account is grinding up, and yeah, price action makes you tilt. Yeah, yeah. It's so easy to tilt in these days because it's easy to get frustrated. Yeah, 100-point range on New York session. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's why I like to put my initial balance range on here, because it kind of keeps me grounded in the fact that it's very small. I mean, we can see that in however you want to identify that, whether you put an initial balance lines in your chart or you just recognize that it's totally back and forth and bracketing. Just recognize the conditions that you're in and then trade them appropriately. And, or over here, we had no idea it was in the trending day. It very easily could have sunk to the pits of hell and still be short from this rejection here, which is what I was hoping. Not gonna lie. I didn't do that, right? And I tried again here, and it again held. So it is telling me that the bulls are here and they're fighting. And so, but they're not fighting enough to win. So we got to be careful. I still see scalping potential until we get a clear break. And then I'll love the idea of a continuation outside of that. I have not seen evidence of that yet. We are still clearly inside the range. So I think that scalping and locking your points is beautiful, except for MJ, who she's just riding off into the sunset with her gorgeous gold trade. So I cannot even be happier for you because I love that. I'm so bullish on gold too. Um, yeah. I wasn't up though. The trade that you got in early, like time wise, right? Because if you got in down here at 12, that's an hour before market open and you had to get in. So I was asleep. Um, so again, I couldn't get in there and now she's kind of just running. This would have been a nice break here. But I didn't want I'm going to cheer for you and I love this gold trade so much. And if anyone is looking for a long-term situation, I'm definitely bullish on gold for the reasons we talked about too on those breaks higher. That was absolutely beautiful that we saw. So cheers to a bullish gold opportunity for potentially, weeks. But who knows? Who knows? But I like the bulls on gold. Now on NQ, we remain inside range. But this was, bullish, 2 candles down, bullish, 2 candles down. We could go bullish right here, you guys. Yes. Okay. Got it. Now, who wants to try to scalp this long? What you guys think? I'm so happy for you, MJ. I am literally okay. Vodka's in it too. What is up? Starting to look like an M, but we keep getting lower highs. I know, dude. Honestly, though, this could be a higher low. You know what I mean? This broke this high on the 5 minute. This made a higher low. We could pump from here. Oh, I just need to take a stab at the longs. I do, don't I, you guys? Do I need to? NQ is so undecided. I cannot agree with you more, MJ. I feel like I need to try this long, but I just can't. I just don't know if I can do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because I might regret that. But I'm green on the morning, and I just think we're so close to this liquidity, but the bulls are defending. So if anyone was interested, I do think this is a potential long because we see bulls, 2 candles down, bulls. That's what it did here. Bulls, 2 candles down, bulls, 2 candles down, bulls, 2 candles down. So this is the bull leg of this chop. There you go. I'm so proud of you, Eric, for doing what I'm chicken on. I don't know why I'm so chicken on it. This is the trade. See, I do see the bears more clearly. If Peter was still here, he would tell you about that. I see the bears. It's going to run into 450. I think so too. I think it's going to poke this high here. I like this long scalp that we're in right now. I don't know if it will get outside of range, but it's still in the middle right now. And I still just think that, I don't know. I'm still torn. Oh, I wish I was in this long though. I don't know. It's a debate, right, you guys? Like, would you rather see the trade go without you or not? I hope people are capitalizing on this. Eric's in it a little bit. 428. Yeah, it nuked me. It's so bouncy, dude. Like these trades are failing on all ends. So if we just zero into what our current conditions are, sometimes you can ride the waves. Like if the market is choppy rotational, there's trades within that. And so we caught the short here. This is the long leg. Now let's see what she's going to do. This looks good. This is view up right here, you guys. And this is the initial bounce high. This is the very low from yesterday. So right in here, we could get a rejection. I did not get in that long, but if you're in that long, manage it intentionally. Because there's some areas where we could get the next rejection here. It's a nice pop. I'm drinking too much coffee. Oh, yeah. Beautiful, Jeffrey. Yeah, it's got the long jump. I love that. 3 micros around 420. Oof. Yeah. Okay, can't scalp size with $500 DD. Yeah. It's the good old days of NAS one during your session. You get the nice clean entry and pull back. That's what I wanted, Marius. Thank you for saying that because I was really like, come on, there's liquidity right there. Just go take it. Looked away for a few seconds and my TP order was hit. Yes. Okay. That was a fast pop, you guys. And we did call it, like 2 down, bullish hold pop. So we got the pop off of that, the range and the flow that we're getting this morning. So now we could get some rejection here. So if you got profit on that long, absolutely love that for you. I would not be holding the long right now. Obviously we're sinking down. I kind of wanted to short, honestly, right here. But I wasn't quick enough on that. Excuse me. Oh, thanks, Jeffrey. Out and about. Oh, yeah, lock that in. Well done, Eric. I haven't done any technical videos for BluSky yet. I am the psychology coach because my kind of background with that. And so my exclusive videos, well, exclusive, the videos that are solely me talking about what I do has been psychology so far. They haven't talked to me about any technical ones, but Breezy and I trade similarly. He uses VWAP and value areas and ranges, and he has done some technical ones. So I think that those are on the Discord, and there's an education session. Justin's going to be on shortly, and he can let us know where we can find those videos. But Breezy and I have a similar strategy and approach and lens, and he has done some technicals, but I haven't. So I don't know if there's anyone from, there might be some management in the stream today. So you can put it in suggestions as well to consider potentially down the line. I don't know, but not yet. But I talk it out live with you guys. So anytime we're here trading live, like I will always tell you what I'm seeing, why I'm seeing it, how I might want to capitalize on it, what I like to look for. And this is choppy, but there's a rhythm to it. And so I believe that the market does give us tells, and so that's why we called out the short and the long, because, bullish, 2 down, bullish, 2 down, bullish, 2 down. And so there's a flow to it. Bullish. I think we can go short again. You guys can judge me if I only ever short. I think we're shorting right now, you guys. Oh, I don't want to try and catch every wave because then I'm going to show you over trading. But I think we can come down. I want to try and see this VWAP tag right here and this value area range tag. Like I think we're shorting here. I think we're shorting legit. Let's see if we can pick me up. Yeah, vodka got in it. I love that. I want to get in it, but I was talking. Oh God, she didn't pick me up. She's thinking so fast. Okay, that's why I would not have held my long longer than that target at full. But I had vodka got the short. Let's go. Okay, beautiful. Okay. Excellent. Excellent work, vodka. This was a sick short after that push up, you guys. Did not tag me. I tried too late. I was hoping it would bounce a little bit more, but she's so bouncy. Yeah, it is trappy. For reals. Do not hold this. I know. It didn't pick me up. It didn't pick me up. Now I don't even want to pick me up because I already did the freaking move. We are making higher lows, right? If this holds, this is a higher high, higher low, higher high. And so I think the move happened without me. Dang it. I'm going to cancel that limit short because that was sick. Now, if this breaks, that's a shift of this current rhythm. Oh, I want to be in the short. There's so many opportunity, you guys. This little bullish pop to this area. And then the rejection because that's the rhythm that we're seeing. And now I want continuation so bad. I don't know why I'm so hooked up on these bears. Because I really think it's coming for this liquidity. That's why. But I absolutely could be wrong. But the fact that we actually tagged this VWAP just now and we haven't really this morning, it's a good look. It's a good look. If the bears were to continue, I would love it for it to be now. I mean, I'm not in, but come on. Yes, it's doing similar. It's bouncing, it's pushing highs, it's getting rejection after it pushes a new high. That's really wavy too. Let's pull it up and just look for giggles. See, there, ES is a little, I don't know if you could say a little stronger. It's very, very similar, but this did break the high on ES, which NQ did not. And so this leg up is stronger on ES, but getting a solid rejection right here as well. All right, Bears, can you actually do some work here? Do some work. All right. It had made a higher low, higher low. Now we're here. So this is the higher low potential. It looks real bearish right now. I wish I was in it. I'm not. This is the lower end of this retracement, so it's hard to join here. This would have been the place to join the short when it rolled over right here. But this is aggressive. So that drop during London session and the timid uptrend, I can't be bullish. I can't break to the upside. It keeps rejecting the area. I'm with you. Oh, I'm with you on that so much. Rich got the long on gold. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. I love you guys that are long in gold right now. I love it so much. It makes me really happy. They're getting a rejection right now, which that I have the 45.84 to 90 area as a previous resistance as well. And so great profit taking on that gold trade, Rich. That's awesome. Okay, so we just broke this low here on NQ. So I'm going to try for it to come back up and pick me up for a continuation to the downside here. Because this was a beautiful tap of that, and we did not get a lot in short, but I think we could finally get some break here, and I would love for it to come back and get me with one of these little wicks. I'm gonna try for a short at 385.5, which is this break here. I want it to come back up and pick me up because we did just poke below this, which is the change for making the higher lows, and we get some aggression. We tagged another key level, and so I'm gonna try for the short here. It can wick me and then continue to the downside. Below VWAP with the trailing stop. Excellent, Eric. I love that. That was the play here. This VWAP tag and this consolidation from overnight out of our low was it. I did not get in. Sort of the nature of the beast when you're streaming that you can't catch every entry because there's just more distractions. But we've been talking it through, you guys. This looks good here, but I can't short here because it could pivot, and so I want to at least try and get a better entry with the pop up here. Okay. Is she gonna come get our order? I don't know. This looks like some real aggression here, though. I'm not gonna lie. This looks a little bit different than what we have seen from the bounciness. This is a really clean rejection off that VWAP. But the key is that I didn't get in yet. If you did get in, I really like that for you, and I'll give it a little bit of room. If we're gonna break, it has to, at some point it's gonna do it. If it's gonna do it, and it might be engaging here. It's underneath the 5-minute range here. I really want to chase. This might be the drop. That's what I'm feeling too, Marius. This feels stronger. It feels a lot stronger than what we have seen over here. And the fact that it got back up to this level and I'm ready whenever. All right, so we'll see. We'll see if it can tag us here. I'm going to try and see if it can get up here to this rejection point. This break point here at 385, but I don't know if it's going to get that high, honestly. Might layer into this.
What's up, Becky?
Hey, there he is. How are you, Justin?
Doing good, doing good.
Hey.
You navigating this chop?
Well, we are 3 for 3 on the winning side in this chop.
Let's go.
That. Jacob says hi. You gotta ask your brother. Do you want these?
Hi, Jacob.
Hey, good morning. Bless you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
It's got down here.
And then go ask him.
Basically a brick wall.
Oh my gosh.
310, 350.
It's been so bouncy, Justin. So all morning I've been hunting to take out this liquidity. So this is the low on the daily from like August 7th or something. That's that pivot that made the higher high is literally the low that we kissed overnight. And so I want so badly to sweep that liquidity. All of my trades have been short and they all have hit TP1 and or I've closed or a stop has been hit. And so it's hard for me to long, even though we're in that daily buy zone down here. Because overnight was bearish, the larger time frames are bearish in this current leg, and there's got to be so much liquidity down here based on that pivot on the daily, weekly.
Yeah, I agree. Longer time frames look bearish, but mid time frames look kind of bullish. I don't know. It's so wicky.
It's so wicky. This is the pivot here that I am hunting. Like I just wanted to blush. You know, I feel like right now on the daily, we're in a down leg. This is obviously a key area where we made the higher high on it. And so I just, this morning I saw the overnight was sinking down and, you know, we had this bearish move overnight and we were heading towards that. And so I'm wondering if we can't take it out. But again, the shorts just kept getting bought up. And so I'm like, we can't really devalue the fact that this is the buy zone also, because if there's a wick pivot there, then it's buy zone. You know what I mean? It broke the high on the larger time frame. So anyhow, it's tricky. It's been bouncy AF. And so we've been calling out the longs and the shorts and catching bites of both of them. This was a lot of aggression off of this VWAP kiss here. This is kind of my sell zone of the morning. I did not get in up here like I wanted to. A couple people did. I love that. I'm trying to join the shorts now that this was so aggressive, but I'm still bearish.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense how you're getting TP1 and then taken out because there ain't no continuation today. But that means we might I actually might get a move during the lunch hour.
I know. We have to take out one of these ends. Like this range is like 160 points so far for New York session, which is not going to be the range for the day. Like there's going to be some sort of a break. So which way is it going to break? You know what I mean? That's my question. And I'm torn because I could see it sweeping this liquidity, but also the bulls are defensive here.
Yeah, this is a tough one. This is a play the range until it breaks every time kind of thing.
I know. I think I'm going to pause on my attempt to follow this short because on the 5 minute, we got a strong aggressive bears and then we've got a pause here. And so this could be the next leg up.
I'm just looking at the 30-minute chart and the 30-minute chart says scalp away and do nothing else.
That's what we said. That's what we've been saying. Like this is literally scalping territory. If you try to hold, like all of my runners were stopped. Like a stop gain and a stop loss. Like the runners are just not running. Like it's not running.
Well, it's been like this whole damn month.
Oh my God. So annoying. It got so close to my short here, you guys.
What was your short at?
I tried to have my limit entry here and it didn't pick me up.
Okay.
I want to short up here. I'm going to layer in case this goes.
Yeah, I think this is a good time to layer in.
I'm going to put that there and I'm going to put a couple more here at my initial like pull back up and entry if it can grab it. And then we'll see. We'll try. This also, you guys, could be the pop up. What we have seen is a short down and a pop up, but this is more aggressive off of a higher poke here. And so I want to see if we could potentially get the continuation to the downside. I'm going to try for one more time on the short side. How's your morning so far?
I'm gonna stay flat in here.
Yeah, dude.
But I see the short.
I really think that we could take out this liquidity, but there's been a lot of bullish defense here as well, and it's struggling. So I'm not trying to be a hero and be ridiculous with it. But that is a play of mine. You know, we're so close to a key area of liquidity. The market sweeps it more than it doesn't, you know. It's struggling though, so it doesn't have to. But to each their own, for sure.
Isn't tomorrow OPEX? I think it is.
Oh, maybe. I didn't have that on my radar, but
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if we just chop into that.
Yeah. We're at the lows here, so I'll be very curious what it does. Today also could turn out to be hecka bearish or bullish, I mean, because if we pop off of this and this low holds, it could really put a big buying wick on today. Like any game can play, you guys. Like this is honestly a potential like buy area here with the waves that we are currently in. We've been trading the waves, so this is a potential buy here, but I just feel like this is more aggressive off of like a key tap here. I'm a little bit chasing, not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna.
I think you got the right idea.
I think I have the right idea as well too. Like I've been really present with the market today. We've been talking about it. Through the worst conditions I've seen in 3 years. Yeah, this month has been kind of special.
This month has been rough.
Yeah, it's been right. Like we've had a lot of really obnoxious ranges in the morning.
Yeah, for all you guys that are green this month, congratulations. This is it's been a tough market.
Yeah, I completely agree. All right, what's she gonna do? She could hold here. This could be the next pop up, you guys too. So, read it how you read it. I want to see if we can take out this low. So this will probably be my last attempt at this short here. And it's just based off of this aggression here that we saw and then a pause candle. And so I want to see if we can get continuation, but it's not giving it to me. So no one has to be in this. Yeah, Big Owl, let's go. Go MJ. She, I think she, I don't know. MJ killed the long today.
Oh, on gold. Okay. Oh wow, gold is on one. Nice. Good job. Good job.
I know MJ killed it. The sick entry at the bottom, like she scaled one out at the top, like excellent. Yeah, Peter, since you left, it has been absolutely doing that chop in the lower and in the range of today. Totally. Yeah, you were in the chat earlier.
Green, but the palms are sweaty.
Marius has been taking some sick scalps.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you on that, honestly. Like I know that this was a buy over here, but I just want to see if this rejection is a stronger rejection. I want to try and be involved, but you guys can see I'm in for small size because I didn't get the entry up here that I like. And so I'm not trying to go in heavy when the move is half over, but if this is going to sink, I want to sink with it. The risk I'm willing to take.
This has been a month for scalpers, breakout traders. Breakout traders been it's been a tough one. There's only been a couple opportunities a day.
Yeah. There was aggressive buys today too, vodka. Yeah, like vodka made some money on both sides too, and a couple people caught the longs as well in here. There's just some nice longs. Like we called this one out because of the rhythm that we were getting. But this is a tight range, and I do think that there will be a break in one direction, and I can see either. So it's just the time to be really careful. But if this can break this pivot here at 325, I'm super curious what will happen if we get down here into this buy zone again. It's working out so far. I'm going to scale at the pivot low because of how gall darn bouncy it has been. And I don't have big size, but I'm still going to manage it like I normally do with the scale at a T1. If it takes out this low, I'm going to hold the other for the liquidity at the bottom, which was my play since we got here pre-market. So I'm with you the whole time, always transparent, putting my leverage on with you, with or without you. You guys.
I will join the shorts if we break 315.
Yep.
I do not want to mess with this like 30-point bounce zone.
No, it's bounced like crazy. Like the bulls here have been very, very real. But they have not got the job done, and this last one here, when it kissed this VWAP in this range from overnight, it was strong. And so that's the only reason that I joined halfway through, is that this was a very powerful response that I think could give us the continuation that we've been hunting all day. I'm going to take off my ad higher up because the play is already in play. And I'm going to put a stop right on top of this candle that's being kind of aggressive. So that's a tiny risk.
Vodka, that's what I'm talking about. Accounts and drawdown on the attempted breakouts. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Every day this month, basically. Let's see if she's,
Yeah.
see if she's actually going to go.
I know. We have been trying cautiously the whole time. Like I shorted up here and then here, and all of my shorts have won so far. And maybe that's giving me a little bit more of a bear lunge, right? Because you also could have won on some nice long bounces here too. But this is not my first year trading, and she really does like to hunt liquidity. And so this pivot feels like it's going to be a magnet, and I absolutely could be wrong. But if this gets taken out, somebody needs to send me flowers or a bottle or something. leave a little flower in the Discord for me if we take out this low, because I've been trying hard. Mari's still bearish on the day. No strength to go up. Structure and candles tell a story. Yeah, they tell a tight story, but they are not breaking the highs. Like this was where we wanted to see the rejection this morning, and it rejected. And view up is sloping down. We kiss it here. Immediate rejection.
Moment of truth, Becky. Moment
I
of truth.
know. Take my scale and follow through. That's what I want. It got so close to my scale just now. Come on, mama. Come on. 4 for 4. Let's give us the 4th win, and then I can enjoy the rest of my day. Also broke support in larger time frames. Went up just enough to retest and drop again. That's what it's been doing. Is so gosh darn bouncy today. The fact that it got like 2 points from my scale and is bouncing is really annoying.
Yep.
Yup.
Sounds
Jeff
about right.
Like,
Sounds about right.
this is my life, he says.
Yeah, it doesn't even surprise me anymore.
No, I get you that.
You just get right down there, then it bounces 20 points, and then it nukes through.
Yeah. Why are you being a butthead? Just do it. How many times have I said that today? Like, just go. I got to figure out how she needs to be spoken to.
Vodka, I totally get that, because this price action makes you want to tilt.
Yeah. It's so risky because you could be in a winning
Big
trade
time.
and it can throw you out, and it's like, oh. And then it tries to get in another minute and you would have been back in profit. But if you take your stop out, then you know what I mean? Like the market can really be very special in that department. Like
yeah,
this
happened
right
to me
now.
yesterday twice. Just for it to go.
Yeah, yesterday I was in that trade, right? And I was holding my runner, and then I just squeezed it, just wicked out, and then it went to my profit target like 6 minutes later.
Yep.
All right, we are in our 4th.
Okay.
Hey. All right, team. We winning. Are we winning today? It's good. We got this. Rage fit. Oh, vodka. I'm so sorry. That's so frustrating. This market has just been really kind of obnoxious with that. Like, I have been there, and I know a lot of people have been there.
I think I might just go on vacation next August.
I know.
Just the whole month.
There's a reason, right?
Yeah.
This might be really convenient for Mike to have a storm today.
I swear he knows. He knows.
Jess and I both filled in for Mike in the morning, and it was like not our favorite price action. It's like, does he seriously have a 6th sense for the market? I mean, like, I don't think I'm gonna like the conditions today. I'm gonna let the team handle it. Boss vibes.
I get to trade OPEX open tomorrow. That should be awesome.
Oh, babe. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it'll be amazing.
Hopefully hit one nice trade in the open, and then call it a day.
Yeah, right. I hope so. I've been engaging, not gonna lie. It's probably because of all this coffee I've been sipping. But
you sound fired up.
We were intentional with it, though. We talked about every opportunity. I am going to move it to a stop gain, though. I'm sorry. She's too bouncy. She could easily bounce off of this buy zone, so I'm not holding this into a loss, team. My stop is officially in profit.
This is what I was telling you about those trailing stop losses yesterday. There.
Yeah. You know what?
Trailing stop losses are rough right now.
It's rough, and I'm fully expecting it to be hit right now because it did hit that T1, which is a liquidity point, which is why I scaled there. I should just taken it all off, but if it continues, I really want to be in for it to break this low. But I'm not willing to let the trade go back on me because it has shown that the bulls are fighting down here. So I won't try and stand on principle to be a hero. I will just let it trigger my alert later that it did it without me.
Normally a 30-point stop loss, like trailing stop loss, is fine, but not in these conditions. It's gonna get wiped out every time.
Yeah, it has. When I just took a scalp from entry to T1, obviously it hit. But every other time my stop has been taken. So I don't know why I didn't just take them both out there, but meh.
And that's one of those things where, do you change your strategy like on the day? Because that can really mess with you.
Well, it's such a good point that you have to accept the way you manage it. Like I have to be okay with my stops getting taken, which it just did, because that's the way I'm going to choose to manage my risk. Like this is not, for me, these conditions, it's just way too bouncy to not protect the gains. I want to be in if it takes out this low, but not in a way that I'm going to let it go totally red against me on a bounce because it's been so bouncy. So we all have to kind of sort that out, try it both ways, and then make peace with the devil that you choose.
Oh, Vodka, you just got an invite to live and then blue. Oh man,
my heart.
You just didn't want to go live, huh?
I know. He's like, nah, put me back. Vodka, you're a stick trader, man. You call out. You're so real with us. Like you put risk on. Like you got this. It's a phase. It's new level, new devil, right? When you go live, it's hard sometimes.
Vodka is like right on the edge of just making a ton of money.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. I could see that completely because you're breaking barriers. Like being invited to live is a big deal. They don't do that for just anybody. That's a serious new level to achieve based on your trading stats. And so kudos to you for even getting to that metric. And then recognize that it's just going to add a little bit of psychology energy that makes it hard sometimes to hold super steady through. So.
Look at that 50-point bounce right off that level.
Yeah, this is definitely the buy zone that has held this morning. So I should have just taken all my profits there, but I'm really glad I scaled and protected.
Well, Becky, if you took profits, full profit, it would have broken.
That's what I'm saying.
That's just how it works.
That's why I honestly am not mad that I did what I did, because if it kept pushing, I wanted to be in it, but not in a way that I'm going to let it go red. So I picked my poison.
Yep, 100% agree. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it just happens.
Mm-hmm. I could absolutely still see it taking it out. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like a broken record now. I've been on too long this morning. I'm saying the same thing like 84 times. We'll see what she does. What would that low be? 40 to 40? Yeah.
Vodka 3 years. Hey, listen, 3 years might sound like a lot, but once you finally just stop making the silly mistakes that blow your accounts, like you will make all that money back and more in a month.
Yeah, I completely agree with what you just said. Alternative stop placement after first TP. You can keep your stop where the whole trade's break even. I actually love that. That's a great point, Phil. Where like if I took $150 on my first profit, then I could take 150 risk on my stop placement, and then the trade outcome is neutral. I do think that that's a beautiful middle ground on stop management, and then I would still be in. And I also will trade based on levels. And so if I maintain my short that I got in somewhere around here, then this is the trade that I would be basing it off of. So I would still be in. But I think just based on market conditions today has me more cautious because we've seen some strong bounces out of this exact buy zone here and here. And we're right back there. And so that had me more cautious, but that's a great point of stop loss management. I like that. Oh, there you go, Vodka.
For me, this is one of those days where I put an alert at 300 and an alert at 450 and not diddle in the middle at all.
Dude, I was thinking about that phrase so much today about not diddling in the middle because it's all middle. There's.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a big middle too. It's a big middle.
Just being on though, I'm like, okay, well, there's a rhythm to it. There's a flow to it. Like this short here was kind of beautiful. Started here, came out here. Like that was just a fast, like 3-minute scalp of the rhythm. It was waving, but you just have to be really careful with that. And that's right now it could go long here, but we'll see. We'll see. She's angling down.
I definitely think shorts are a better move.
I'm with you, dude. I literally the team. I was like, I feel like I should long here, but I just can't do it. Like this long here, I was like, this is the long, but I can't pull the trigger, and I didn't, and other traders did. But then the rejection was where it's at for me. I'm short biased today, and I can't break that because it hasn't given me a reason to yet. This was a lower high. Yeah.
Longs for me would be they would be scalps for sure. The shorts, I would be playing them like you and get stopped out every time. But that's the way I would have done as well.
Yeah.
This is actually, we got a nice little sell 3-bar setup going on. This might do it.
This might do it. This looks good.
But it's tough though, because everybody that was short got trailed out on that 60-point bounce. Unless you got in like way early, it's been tough to hold through that. And here we go.
Called it. Yeah, let's go. Think it. Go, go, go. We talked about it here, and I had a limit order, and it didn't pick me up. And so that's why I ended up kind of chasing my entry here. Because I had, once it started breaking, I put a limit order, but this fell so aggressively that it didn't pick me up. So then I had to get in here, which made me a little closer with the stop because in my mind, the move had already started way up here. So that also makes me a little bit more aggressive with my stop loss management when I don't catch the better entry. Makes me more cautious. Is she going to do it?
All right. This needs to break now.
Mariah's got 3 short winners. Cheers to that, man. We traded very similar today. I took 4 short winners. Yeah, it has been tough
Short
though.
all day, took 3 shorts. Boom.
Yeah, you guys see my fills. I'm with you on that. I'm so curious about gold. I'm gonna flip to gold really quick, you guys, just to look at it with you. Because this is where I was like, I set my alert right here because if it came back down, I was gonna join the long, and it just popped. So, all right, we'll see. We'll see if she can come back down. Let's look at ES really quick. Compare there. Ooh, ES weakness too. Okay, so right here is where ES broke the high, but then saw aggressive sellers at the same time as the Nas caught the aggressive sellers off VWAP. They're pushing their lows as well. So this looks like it's kind of a janky M. Interesting. Is NQ doing a janky M? NQ is more bouncy. NQ is too complicated. You guys, if anyone is holding the short with a more graceful stop than what I did, then you're in profit. You're deeper than the first TP. So it could take out this low. That got me.
All right, I'm putting a 310 short in right now. 310. Let's see if this is just a very rude sweep or if it's actually going to go. And guys, with the schedule change today, we are going to cut the show a little bit short at noon. Unless Becky wants to slam 4 more cups of coffee and just go nuts.
It could get weird, guys. I think let's do that. Yeah, let's see. Hopefully we can get this, take up this sleep. This liquidity would make my heart so happy. But yeah, we'll see what we can get in the next little while, and then we'll call it, everyone takes a nice lunch break.
Yeah, and then tomorrow's the short day, guys. It's just the morning session with me. Going into the weekend, it'll be interesting. It'll be OPEX. It might be choppy. We might get one good move. We will see, but we'll be here.
Sounds good. Yeah, Fridays is my short day. I do trade Friday mornings, but that's my day. I work at the hospital as a nurse. I'm still very part-time, but I can't give it up yet. So yeah, I trade personally just the first 45 minutes, and if I can't get a trade, then that's that for me. So it's a short day.
All right, I am in my short.
Okay, you took the break. Let's break. This was a nice like attempt. And you know, over here it was attempted with strength. This one did not do anything and rolled over. So I like it. I don't know if I can do one more.
I gotta take out these lows, or else this play's not gonna do anything.
I know. This was the first closure underneath this 15-minute buy zone, though. So this is a good sign. And
yep, that's why I took the play 100%.
Yep, that's what you see. Come on, sink it.
There we go. Boom.
Yeah, lock in some green for. BluSky and Nick are all about me getting real caffeinated. I know, right?
Get real cracked out.
Ooh.
All right, I'm taking a partial here. Boom. Let's freaking go.
Justin locked it in. Beautiful. You're gonna ride this to the low.
You guys see what I was talking about? If you're a breakout trader, you have to wait all damn day. You might get one trade. That was it.
This is the low of the morning here. All right.
That is the only trade I've taken all day.
I'm gonna see if it will come back up and grab me. It's this last pull up kind of already did it, but
285 was my TP1, by the way, guys. So we might stall here for a bit.
This is the first like rule break though.
Yeah. I want to see 250 though. That would be nice.
240, come on, sweep it. But wait,
is that what it is? 240?
240 is a low.
Oh, the wick, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, 250 would be a good scale as well.
Yeah.
But if it's falling here, we can. I'm not gonna lie, I got a QQQ put here.
Oh yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting to close that one. Takes out this low. Sink it. And check on it.
If you are in the play with me, stop loss at break even for me.
Which is where I'm trying to join you at. Yeah, that QQQ is up 60%. Take it out. Let's go. You guys are thinking hard too. I love it when they're in sync. Well, I'm glad you have bare eyes too. Thanks for hanging with me this morning, you guys. I know everyone was coming on anticipating Mike, but we had a good session, honestly. Like we navigated this pretty decently and we're patient and talked about everything and looked at some other indices. So I appreciate everyone who stuck with me, even my lack of Mike-ness.
Yeah, hit that like button, guys. Show Becky some love.
Oh, give me some love. Oh yeah, that was dropping good.
Right, give us a little drop. Give us a little more.
I know. Even if it doesn't pick me up, I got this put that's gonna profit or profit. I'm hesitant to join this low because like I had such better entries. But I had to manage my stop aggressively because we were getting not aggressively, but like reasonably because we were so bouncy. But I'm all about it if we could take out this low. Oh, Marius, look at that love. Thank you. That's sweet. Mike's the GOAT, man. I cannot even, I'll listen to that man until the day I die. He's got such wisdom and experience and calling things out and confidence. And that's a sort of like vibe with the market that I feel like he's so in sync with it. So sometimes it's like, you have to listen to him more to like even hear how he understands it so well. It's a very, very interesting take.
Well, he can find a play in any any market because his levels are just they're just there. They're stair steps on the way.
Such a GOAT. I cannot even. We're so lucky to have him here.
Absolutely.
I mean, I hope the storm
might take me out. Yeah.
Might get me in.
Well, we keep saying TP1 and then stopped every time.
Yeah. I'm going to put my risk right outside this previous candle if it wicks me in here. I'm not going to give back all of my gains from this morning. but I want to try and be in this play. So I'm going to place it right now, just a couple points outside of this wick. Then that's a totally, like, I've got profit on the day today. So I'm going to take this full trade. Go big or go home.
Okay, we're still in. We're still in.
Yes.
That was close.
Sink it. It just wicked me in. This might be the Bears trying to show me some love for all of my time and effort and love on the Bears today. Because I
know that is the worst when you take you've taken all shorts, they've been winners, but they just haven't followed through. Like,
yeah.
Give us the move.
Well, and all day today, I was like, I really want to be in if it actually takes out the low. And here I'm looking at it. I'm like, now she's going. Like, how am I not in? Come on. You know you want to do it, market. Think it. That was a beautiful retest, and the Bears are still here pushing. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Now I looked at this QQQ and it makes me want to kind of shut it down. Then profit, but I want to wait and hold it to take it out as well. That'd be patient. Patience, Padawan, right?
Yeah.
Let her play.
Options are a little different, like trailing your stop loss.
Well, that's the thing is if I get in for the morning play, like it's not all day play. It's a 0 DTE. So I only will hold it for like max 2 hours. Like either it works or it doesn't. So I sat through a lot on that one. And so it's, in a good profit here. So I won't let this bounce go without closing that one.
Man, market is stalling. Just rip it down, guys. Rip it down.
She's doing it. It's happening. She's going to do it before we get
so
done. That's a gift. It's a gift for us this morning. A gift from the Bear
I hope
dog.
so, because I have a hard cutoff at noon, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. My kids might revolt if I spend more than 3 hours in here. That's the stitch. It's summer vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Eric, thank you so much. I'm really happy that we're a good community for you. Justin and I don't stay if we don't like the vibe either. So we're here because it's good. Good.
Facts.
Push it. God, see, now I want to move my stop down already because it is a nice profit, but I also don't.
You can't yet. It's not enough room.
Yeah.
We need one more push down before you can do that.
I know, but I could go on top of the wick that I got in and be like $12 risk. That's where your stop is, right?
Mine's 310. I'm just at break even.
Yeah, my entry is at 302. 301.
Like normally 30 points, I'm comfortable and I feel good, but it's still in the bounce zone.
I am taking this sucker to the close. Here
we go, guys. 40 points.
This is going to be a 60-point win to take out the liquidity. Calling it. Speaking it into existence.
Manifest it, Becky. Let's do it.
Manifest it. I'm sorry about my cat. Can you guys hear him?
No.
Okay. Sometimes he's like so noisy.
Well, Breezy just brings his dog up onto the desk with him.
Okay, so this is my inside-outside cat. And he is such a pain in my butt. Because if he's inside, like he just wants to be on the other side of the door always. Special. Dogs will climb up on your lap and snuggle. This one is like, yo, open the door. Oh, you little butthead. Anyway. Okay, come on, Bears. Get it done. Get it done.
It's 280, 275 is holding like a boss.
All right, I'm gonna take off here. All right, there's my scale. So
there you go.
Winner. We're in a buy zone. I'm not trying to be. Oh, keep sinking. My stop is on the 5s. You know what? I'm gonna put it back up where it was at the beginning. Because then I just scaled, so it's a winner like that. Like you had a great point about stop management a little bit ago. Phil, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Phil.
this is getting close. Don't take me out.
I'm gonna ride it. I'm gonna give it to my stop is at 316 on the last pivot. Don't take us out. Sink it. Sink it. Sink it.
I have a feeling this one's going to take me out in about a second.
Nope, she's gonna stink. She's gonna stink.
I hope so. I really do. But
I'm trying. The fact that she has been a bouncy mama all morning, I had to take a stab at it though. I'm not gonna be mad.
I mean, if it breaks above 320, I might just go long since it's back in the range.
It's 100%. This buy zone has been buying today. I mean, I think it's been down. Excellent job, MJ.
See you tomorrow, MJ. Have a good one.
Trade. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Some good traders in this room. All right, she's right at the zone. So, yeah, if she breaks back upward, then the bias might flip long again because the buy zone is holding. But
I mean, if it breaks back above, there's just no bias. It's just going to go sideways.
Well, yeah, the bias is it's choppy AF, and we're in a daily buy zone, but there's bears, so it's confused. So trade carefully.
You're very confused, yeah.
What's up? Be confused, be careful. That's how I read it, and that's how I've been trading it. But this is my 5th attempt at a short. And again, TP1. Well, I scaled anyway. I try to hold the whole thing, but she's too bouncy. But this is the way to guarantee profits, right? Is by scaling some and then paying attention to your stop.
So we've had a Fed speaker and the Treasury Secretary all speaking this morning.
I don't know what they're saying. Making noise.
Talking about bonds. Going to announce increased focus on fiscal consolidation.
Oh, I was really hoping you could do it. Come on, you can do it. Bears, just get real. Just get it done. Stop messing around.
I feel like that drop should have happened if it was going to happen already.
How many times?
A little suspect.
I said that. Just make it happen.
Well, once we break a key level like that, it usually runs like right to liquidity, and I'm surprised it didn't.
Today's the opposite. We've been tagging key levels, 5-minute levels, and then bouncing every time.
Yeah, the 5-minute levels, right? Yeah.
Like the key level is here. Like, go for it. You know what I mean? Like clearly liquidity. Like even if there's more shorts down here or there's buys down here, like there's got to be a heck of orders down here. Who am I? I'm just a little retailer with throwing around some micros, so don't mind me. Oh yeah.
Let me know if you're green in the chat. Ah, damn, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out too.
Fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
Another TP1 and bail, guys.
Same.
I'm the TP1 master.
This market today was TP1 legit. Like we talked about that, and it's been the situation for sure. Yeah, is everyone doing all right with their morning? There's been some trades on both sides.
Well, one trade, one win. That's a decent day.
That's a good day.
It counts. It counts as a dub.
I am 5 for 5.
That's amazing.
In this conditions, I'm not mad at all.
Nope.
2 of them, 3 of them were stopped. The runners were stopped, but.
Do you count a break-even trade with no trim a win or as nothing?
Usually I don't. I just count as like neutral as a scrap. Which,
I don't even count it. I agree.
No. Yeah.
A lot of
these
people
are
count them
close.
as wins, and I don't agree with that.
No, I don't agree with that. I call them scratches. Like it.
Mhm.
I didn't scale and profit and then move my stop, so it didn't. 2 of these were close to scraps, but everything I think took profit.
Oh man, it is about to storm outside. It is rumbling.
You too, huh?
No, the weather.
Yeah. Oh, you're storming where you're at too. That's my situation.
Yeah. Yep.
765 is what I made in this chop. Right in micros.
Except Mike is out in the sticks, so when it storms out there, I'm sure it's a little crazy.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. That could definitely take out power more easily.
Yeah, exactly.
Oof. Well,
That's funny, huh? That's like buying a scratch off and not scratching and you say you won.
right.
That's very true.
Right. Because you bought
I guess
the
you could
thing
say
that
you didn't lose. You didn't lose, but you didn't win.
Yeah. I don't call them
I think,
losses, but I like it's a scratch. Like it was a
yeah,
good
they're
try.
definitely not losses.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Becky, I think this is a good time to just go ahead and call it. I don't think we're gonna
Yeah.
get another trade in.
I'm not
So
engaging
guys,
in another one. Mm-mm.
thanks for dealing with the schedule change, and Becky, thanks for filling in last minute and hanging out a little bit longer. I'll be back tomorrow for a little bit before openish, 5-10 minutes before open. But guys, be safe in this price action. It is rough.
Yeah, take care, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Appreciate the good conversation, and we caught some win, and we trade carefully and talked about trade management. So it was a really great session with you all this morning. I'm so appreciative of you all and the opportunity we have at BluSky. So everyone, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Bye.